Taurus. My name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your March 2017 forecast for the month. I'm very happy to be here. I don't know if you can still see it snowing, but that was my attempt to sit in front of the beautiful backdrop, and I can't really see the snow. I'm shuffling the Morgan Greer Tarot deck throughout the astrological forecast that I'm really connecting with, and I hope you appreciate the illustrations. They're gorgeous. And let's start our month on the 2nd of March. There's an aspect reoccurring due to Jupiter's retrograde, and it's the opposition between Jupiter and Uranus. And Uranus is stationed at 22 degrees of Aries, as is Jupiter in Libra, 22 degrees. Opposition, 180 degrees across the wheel. On a global level, this could be some of what we've seen in the last month with our marches and the revolution, and rebellion that's happening in shock, which is Uranus, and the massive amount of people participating, Jupiter. But on a personal level, for Taurus, this energy opposes your 6th house of health and work and routine, and the 12th house of rest. So Taurus, you might be tug-of-warring it in the health arena of getting rest versus getting to work. And the body might be flip-flopping with absolute, complete exhaustion, and then you're totally fine. It's not really a happy medium or a balance. Do you guys see anything kind of floating around in this video, or am I just tripping? I kind of see, like, I don't know, white, maybe it's just the camera. Anyway, this tug of war is 6th house to 12th house, and the feeling of you wanting to expand in work, in your regimen, in your daily life, and then just wanting to completely lay still. So that might come up around the 2nd again for you. Also, it could be how you're spiritually relating to what you're doing for a living. It has to connect. If you're not really a believer in what you're doing, you might have a trouble with it over the beginnings of March. And then assistance will help shift that up, because you're about to get some severe action with Mars entering your sign. I'll get to that though. I'm a little excited. On the 4th of March, Venus is going to retrograde. So your ruling planet is slowing down for a review at 13 degrees of Aries in the sign directly before you. So this month is all about rest for Taurus, and you're one of the few signs, well, up until maybe mid-month, you have to get some rest in here. But with Venus retrograde through the 15th of April, that's your ruling planet, you might run at a little bit of a slower pace than you're used to, but Mars will assist you when he enters your 1st house. But Venus will be direct again through this 12th house of dreams and intuition and psychic ability, and the house of endings and release and addiction, behavioral energies that you're attached to. She'll be going through this sector again from the 28th of April in your solar return time through the 6th of June. And she'll be direct, and you will get good rest in that time frame and really have beautiful dreams that I think you can remember. She's such a smoothing energy in this house that Taurus is really assisted with release of negative energy, of things holding you back, oppressive from the past. All of that can work for you. And with Venus retrograde in the 12th, you might consider hypnotherapy. And if you have things you want to quit, like smoking, that would work for you in a Venus retrograde in the 12th. She's conjunct Uranus. She's conjunct Mars in this area. So there is energy to assist you here. On the 9th, Mars moves into Taurus. So this really helps with the feeling better. With anyone who's been under the weather, you have assistance here. Mars is action and energy and stamina in the 1st house of body. But the 12th house is so activated that you will require rest throughout, but you'll be inspired with Mars. The inspiration to take action is occurring, but the action should start on the 20th. Now, the full moon is on the 12th, 22 degrees of Virgo. A lot of 22 degree marks, I'm noticing. Uranus and Jupiter, 22 degrees. Our eclipse of Leo in February on the 10th is 22 degrees. The full moon on the 12th of March, 22 degrees of Virgo. I might have to play that on roulette a couple times. See what's up. Okay, so full moon in Virgo is an ending of the fifth house. Some of you have finished a creative project and you're allowed to sit back now, and this week before the vernal equinox is a perfect time to sit back and watch what you've created come to fruition or manifest. Let the other people do the work right now. Also, the full moon in the fifth could see an end to a romance or a light-hearted dating situation. Not a marriage and not necessarily monogamous relationships. Fifth house is very light-hearted, and could also see children going back to school or ending some kind of visit with the parent at this time. It's a culmination time in the fifth house. So a lot of Taurians who are independent, entrepreneur, solopreneurial people, you finished a project and you're about to release this result or release this website or press play on something come springtime. On the 13th, Mercury enters Aries. So Mercury conjunct Venus, Uranus in the 12th house, and Mars just left there. This is about information through sleep and rest. Mercury in the 12th is subconscious mind, downloading, channeling, psychic ability, information while at rest is how to interpret that. And Taurus, you should really keep that notepad by the bed because you are receiving intellect, information, and analysis at this time in the 12th house of the mind, the deep subconscious mind, REM sleep, and all that is private. So keeping these intuitions and information to yourself is probably smart. Then on the 20th, it's our vernal equinox in the northern hemisphere, the autumnal equinox in the southern hemisphere, and it is seeds blooming, it's fresh beginnings, and the sun will then be conjunct Mercury, Venus, Uranus in Aries in the 12th house for you. So it's still igniting the intuition, and you're going to instinctively know, Taurus, which direction to head, probably more so than any sign because of this illumination in this sector. And then 7 days later, the new moon is at 7 degrees of Aries. I mean, in the 12th house, moon, sun, Mercury, Venus, Uranus, all in the 12th. If you want to initiate a new path for yourself, a new spiritual practice, a new time to get rest and go to sleep, it doesn't have to be so intense. It could just be, look, you're getting entirely new bedroom sheets and pillows to firmly rest and to get all of the information that you need psychically. You're going to be fulfilled in in March, just all in here. And the new moon in the 12th could also see new beginnings and release of addiction. Don't need it anymore. You don't want to bring anything negative past the 20th of March. It's the day of a catalyst energy. So it's important to not sleep too late on that day. I want to see everybody active on the 20th because that has the propensity to ground you for a 9-year cycle. Just that day. It's kind of crazy, but I'm really looking forward to it myself. Let's get to the cards. They're shuffled, and I'm dropping the cards in 4 piles, and I don't see the top cards. They all look like this when I place them down, and I draw from the top. So when I see the card, it's the first time I see it as well. I'm thinking that Taurus will receive spiritual cards, maybe more cup cards than normal, or the star card, or the 9 of Cups for wish, spirit, Page of Cups, spirit interaction, Chariot. We'll see. But if you'd like to read with me, Taurus, I read all through the week. I'm at audreyalison.com, and you can find me there and select your reading. And I'll get back to you in a few days in an email and we'll set it up. Cups, 6 of Cups. Nostalgia, remembering the past, what you are intuitively connected to, what you're reminded of. Some of you are dreaming about the past. You can release all of this cup stuff. I'm sure there's going to be cups. You can release all of this in the 12th house. There's no need to look backward. It's a time of progression and moving forward. Anyone wanting things to return to the way they used to be is living out of fear. Living out of fear of how things can forward progression, how things can move in forward progression. All right, interesting. 8 of Swords is about being bound but not seeing things clearly right now. Being the thought, because it's swords. It's not action. You're not really tied to something. It's the thought that you're stuck. You're not stuck. You're just overwhelmed in the 12th house. You're just constantly thinking. That's what the 12th house is. It's all in here. It's like information overload. Okay, I said this card. I think I said Page of Cups. Spirit. Oh gosh, I have the chills and I'm getting emotional again. Yes, Taurus, you are being assisted, and this is the card that I did mention about the 12th house of spiritual connection and downloading. I want to pull another card. I'm just being inspired to. Okay. 8 of Wands. Some of you have competition that you're willing to fend off and fight for. This is when it starts getting into the cardinal ingress, cardinal fire energy of when the sun is in Aries. So beforehand, it's all about this connection and spiritual cup card information, and maybe thinking, not feeling, thinking like you're not moving forward. You are. We're all moving. We're all moving nowhere. We're all in the same place now. You're moving forward in spiritual development. One more card is present. Here we go. Here's some security and balance and protected shared resources energy. You have the 6 of Cups and the 6 of Coins. For every one of these emotional instances that is left unfulfilled when you look back into the past about relationships that either have failed you or you didn't connect with, there's a coin to replace every one of them. Keep moving forward. Success is your best revenge. So for every relationship or memory or attachment of emotional attachment or remnants or residual, what the hell am I trying to say? I'm trying to hear the word. Any residue, thank you, residue that you're holding on, emotional residue, check that out, that you're holding on to can be released. There is success and earnings for every one of those relationships that didn't work out. Put a coin in each one of those cups and tell them to kick rocks is what I'm getting. You don't need to go backwards into the past. Keep moving forward into your earnings. Taurus, you are Earth, coin, security. Keep moving forward there. You won't regret it. And appreciate what you're being told by Spirit, because this card is very important for you. Dreams, dream life. I hope this was helpful. I'm wishing you a sweet, beautiful March. Remember, Taurus, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.